ठीक है. So guys, before starting the session, I want to tell you one thing. Like in this session, there are two categories of student, okay, who will be going for like either full stack development, backend development, like whatever it is, like I'm calling it as web development. The another one is like default who will be going for data analytics. This thing I have already cleared in the yesterday session is that why like web development ke liye to it's clear that you are learning programming and all, and you will be using it. Similarly, for data analytics student also, they will be using the programming thing also. Like even suppose when they will be working in Python also. So the kind writing loops, functions, and everything, writing logics, algorithm, all are actually crucial part of it. So because in the unit one, the common thing why we have put the like this Java as a common thing, because of this thing, because of the problem solving part. Okay. So you need to first attain the level of like some level of problem solving. And जब आप उस चीज पे confident हो जाओगे, then later what will happen? Automatically, whatever codes will come, so you will be able to grasp it very quickly. Because at the end, everything is related to programming. Okay, so that's why we are learning it. And in the today's intro session, I also cover the both parts. ठीक है, मैं दोनों parts को I'll cover it, and so that you will get an whole idea, whole picture. So if I'm like for web development like developers, I would say कि अगर if you feel यार हम data analytics क्यों देख रहे हैं, so that you will get an idea, because you are also sitting with your like जो आपके batchmates हैं, some students are from data analytics. And for data analytics developers, I would say one thing, like if I'm talking about web development, so you're also getting an idea of it. Okay, so दोनों side का perspective I need to give in this session. Okay, ठीक है. So first of all, tell me, clear or not? Clear or not? बढ़िया. So, okay. So, guys, I'll start my session with my introduction. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Varun, and I've completed my bachelor's in 2016 in computer science. And after completing my bachelor's, मैं satisfy नहीं था. Okay. It's something like फिर भी होता है ना, कुछ चुल मची रहती है कि okay no, अभी तक like चीजें complete नहीं हुई है, because the place where I've done my bachelor's, it's like I was not, it's already know that what is the situation of like the general private colleges. So later what happened, I went for preparation of gate. And I tried my first attempt 16, then second attempt on 17, then third attempt on 18. Maybe you will think kitna vela tha, but the point is, after completing like after in 2018, finally I cleared one of the exam. So I got into IIT. I like IIT Hyderabad. I completed my master there for like for 2 years. Like in 2 years, I completed my master 2018-19, and finally then I like set for placement. Then I got placed in electronic arts. I worked there for 6 months. Okay, and later, I think I already mentioned yesterday, like what happened, change of interest. It's not like the interest came to teaching. It's something like I want to try something different in development. But what happened? Masai came on my way, and I just joined. I thought of like I will be an instructor, a developer also. But हुआ ये, instructor का virus ज़्यादा लग गया, and I get into it. So I never planned that I want to be in this role. I want to work on this. But with experience, with time, I got to know that like I have an interest in that part. तो काफी बार होता है ना, कुछ चीजें आपको पता नहीं रहती है, लाइक कि मेरा इंटरेस्ट इसमें है, करके ही पता चलता है. मे बी यू विल से दिस थिंग कि सर लाइक आई डोंट नो, आई डोंट like football, I don't like basketball. But I would say one thing, on what basis you are saying, whether you have played it. If you have played it, then you are saying it, then it's fine. But if you haven't played it, then you are saying I don't like it. So then your decision, your thinking might get changed, like if you just try it once. So that's why I'm saying पहले ball खेलो, उसके बाद decide करो. So in today's session, I'll be talking about these things. So one second, I'm just sharing my screen. So first of all, welcome you all. This is your unit one. and here your journey will start. And hopefully it's something ki, it's not like just 1 month marathon, it will go for 6 months. But ठीक है, like you have that level of patience. And अगर आपने स्कूल 12 साल का कंप्लीट किया है तो, and even if you have done college, so you know that like कि in college we used to spend 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, it depends. But here you know that like timeline is 6 or 7 months. But the one thing you need to remember, the amount of hard work you need to put, that will be a kind of a double. Okay, because we are decreasing the time na? Like the preparation time. So now that's why I'm like welcoming the both of the team, like well, who will be going for web development and another who will be going for data analytics. So now coming to the second part, what is, there will be two courses, PBS 101 and PR 101. PBS 101, PBS means problem solving. PR 101 means programming. To do problem solving in coding, you will be you need to be aware of programming. Okay, so basically there will be two sessions which will happen parallelly. The first session, the morning session, will happen with me. I will be teaching you the programming concepts, syntax, conditional, loops, like jo bhi programming hai, like whatever the fundamentals are. And in the PBS, the Mirza will help you on solving few of the problems whatever we are giving. We have our own online judge environment where you will be doing coding. So I think you are already aware of some platform like HackerRank, LeetCode, HackerEarth, like, and all of it. So the similar kind of platform we have our, like our internal. So like in 2-3 days we'll share the link and everything with you. So then you're you can say that then you will be a kind of a coder, and will we start giving you assignments, and regular assignment you will get on that. And Mirza will be helping you in the problem solving part. As I mentioned, I will be helping on the conceptual part. Okay, so that is the main thing. So first, let's get to know each other. Okay, so I'm sharing a poll link with you all, and what you need to quickly just, one second, I'm sharing the link with you all on the chat. Okay, so in the chat, what you can do is, I've shared the link. Just open this, and so it will ask you a few questions, and you just need to answer it. Okay, got two responses, three responses so far. Just quickly. 23 response so far. 25. Guys, quickly. 51. At least 100 responses required. Okay. 2 more minutes. Okay, now 100 done. So now we can see that like all your friends are from these states, cities, and sorry, like from these states, and like Maharashtra from 15, Uttar Pradesh 12, Madhya Pradesh 11, Jharkhand 7. From Uttarakhand there are 3. Oh, actually I'm also from Uttarakhand. So Karnataka 5, Delhi 3, Madhya Pradesh 2. Okay, so now I think you got the clear idea. Okay, so now that is the main thing. And now coming to the next one, let's see. Okay, so rank the given sites in order of the time you spend on them. YouTube, Instagram, Wikipedia, Stack Overflow. पता ही था, ठीक है, कुछ नया नहीं है. But the main point here is why I'm showing this. At the end, like during this journey, okay, since you have already started this Masai journey, ये उल्टा होने वाला है. Okay, Stack Overflow ऊपर आ जाएगा because as a developer you need to access it a lot. Now the second thing is, which concept and framework are you most looking forward to learn? So DSA in Java, data analyst, backend, JS, React, no idea. Mon stack, Java, Mon, React, backend web development. ठीक है, like it's like mostly very common. ठीक है, so now coming to the next one. Are you familiar with Java? No idea. Okay, तो जिनको आइडिया बिल्कुल भी नहीं है, those are 42%, little bit, those are 40%, and familiar only 19%. ठीक है, तो अब आपको आपके बैच के बारे में पता चल रहा है, तो डोंट थिंक कि यू आर ओनली वन जो जिसको कोई आइडिया नहीं है, हु इज स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम स्क्रैच. सो दैट्स नॉट द पार्ट. एंड गाइज हु आर ऑलरेडी फेमिलियर, सो डोंट थिंक कि इफ समटाइम्स वी आर गोइंग स्लो, तो you need to think like about like the other developers जो आपके साथ who are actually with you in this course. So now coming to the next one, which superpower would you like to have? Iron Man power, Batman, speedster, invisibility. Invisible भी होगे तब भी तो क्लास करनी पड़ेगी. So see future, mind reading, telepathy, Spider-Man, master in coding. ठीक है, nice. Okay, so coming to the next one. If you could invite 2 people, dead or alive, to a dinner party, who would you choose? Uh, okay, best friend, Elon Musk, Nikola Tesla, then father, okay, my grandfather and my friend, okay, ठीक है, MS Dhoni and Shah Rukh Khan, nice. Share a quote that inspire you. Sky is not a limit. Okay. Different. डर के आगे जीत है, ये बढ़िया है. It's never too late to start. That is also very beautiful. Hard working beats talent. Nice. ठीक है यार, guys. Very interesting things. Like I also got to know about you. Okay. Like with this kind of thing. What is your thought process and all. So now let's come to the next part. So in like if I'm talking about life at Masai, ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे I think if suppose you were like any friend of yours who were at Masai, अगर आपने पूछा होगा उनसे like how things went, definitely they have mentioned this thing like very like a lot of hard work they need to put like during this course. So when I'm saying we care about you, that means we think about you in that way कि we know that even though course is running very fast, so we try to provide a complete support to you. So we have provided you the ticketing system. If you have any issue, any concern, anything, so you can also raise a ticket on that. मिलिट्री स्टाइल कोडिंग 11.11.6 ओके. इवन यहाँ पे मेंशन है टाइमिंग 11.11.6, बट द पॉइंट हियर इज कि इसमें इट्स नॉट समथिंग लाइक आपके 11 to 11.6 लाइक द ओनली क्लासेस विल गोइंग. इट्स समथिंग लाइक द मिडल टाइम विच यू विल बी गेटिंग, यू नीड टू स्पेंड ऑन योरसेल्फ मेकिंग नोट्स एंड असाइनमेंट. सो द टू लर्निंग विच आई वांट टू गिव यू, जो आपको बहुत एंड तक हेल्प करेगी, दैट इज मेकिंग नोट्स. बिकॉज ट्रेन इतनी तेज भाग रही है ना, इट्स समथिंग लाइक यू विल वोंट बी हैविंग दैट मच अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम्स. सो लाइक आप पे इतना टाइम नहीं होगा that you will be watching the recording video again and again. Okay. And it will be a waste of time for you. So that's why I'm saying I'll recommend you that part. एक बार notes बना लिए ना अपने, तो it's something ऐसे notes बनाना कि you don't need to watch that video again. तो यहाँ पे basically whatever, whenever you are moving forward, when you have done with one thing, so that means done. It's something like you only need to come to your notes only, because everyday sessions are happening and and if you like अपने दिमाग में if you create that backlog ना, okay, I need to watch that one, तो बहुत backlog create हो जाएगा. Okay, so classes will start on time. So this is expectation. Just join the session on time. Okay, so welcome to web development and data analytics. So first I'll be talking about few things about web development. ठीक है, उसके बाद I'll talk about data analytics. Now, when I'm talking about web development, how to build and maintain website that look great, work fast, and provide the intended user experience. जब मैं look great की बात करता हूँ, why it actually matters, why we are focusing on looking great. That means जब आप रास्ते से गुजरते हो, if you saw a restaurant, okay, the one of the main reason that why you're entering the red restaurant, because you are looking it like आपको बहुत बाहर से you are feeling that like this is like a very beautiful restaurant, like the way they have managed, the way put the things, it's something like a kind of a thing they have organized. Okay, so आप it's something like a first impression. Okay, and based on that first impression you are actually entering it. So that is the first thing. Okay, so any website, any platform, whatever you will see, the one of the thing which you need to analyze is that how it actually looking. So one of the example which I used to give students is Zomato. Okay, how beautiful it is designed, color combination. Okay, even you will feel that like they haven't used any colors like in the background, like this is only white. But this is not about the selecting, like putting a lot of colors and making it a rainbow. It's something like how you are making those choices. So already इसके लिए भी हमारे already you can say that designs are already available. Okay, and इसके field में भी there are many things, many technologies which used to teach. It's something like one of the is Figma. Figma is used for making designs and all. So the main thing here is you need to have that kind of मतलब आपको वो understanding होनी चाहिए. So what we used to call it, I need to. So there are two things. Abhi, I don't remember. So one of the thing used to focus on colors. Okay, how you are actually putting the things, and the another one is actually focus on experience. One of the thing used to focus on all this thing, like how you are putting things, And the second very important thing is like what is the experience of it. So UX and UI and UX. I think you have heard this term UI and UX. So UI is something like the interface, like how you're seeing things. UX is like an experience. तो चाय का कप होता है ना, बाहर से देखने में कैसा लग रहा है, and when you are drinking that tea, then how you're feeling. So that is the main difference. So look great. The second thing is work fast. Even the restaurant is actually looking very great. But if you went inside and if you feel that the service is not that fast, so that actually matters. Okay. Even if I come to Zomato and if I'm ordering something and if I am like it is showing me that your food is on the way and it took a long time like to like provide my order, so in that case I would say that I can also say that okay, this is not like best. So if I'm talking about the main component of web development, looking great is one of them. Second is working fast. अगर वर्क फास्ट नहीं होगा तब भी आप बोलोगे बकवास है और निकल जाओगे. The third thing is provided the intended user experience. What it means is like suppose if you enter the restaurant and you find out that like the people behavior is not that fine. Okay, or you can say that like it's not like कि गलत है, it's something like they didn't work on that. Okay, even suppose when the waiter is giving you the food, they are actually greeting you some ways in something like this. So that is very important, like providing the intended user experience. What it means is when you are like working, when you are sitting in that restaurant, so if suppose you are not अगर आपके सामने plates नहीं है, the forks are not at the right place, all these things are actually matter because it focus on like the user experience, UX kind of thing. So that thing you need to understand. Then what is the UX means? I think आपने एक चीज देखी होगी. I think you have seen one thing is like if you open Google Gmail, in the Gmail in the left side, top left side, you will find the send, compose, and all this kind of buttons. If you open the Google Drive, in the Google Drive also, the kind of a structure is very similar. If you compare with the Gmail. Okay, also if you go to the Google Calendar, the look of the page is very similar. Every page is actually looking very similar. Why? Because what they want is कि अगर आप basically if you are coming to any of the Google platform, so you don't need to work out मतलब आपको ज्यादा काम ना करना पड़े. Something like you send, if suppose if you're coming to website and you're searching for a compose button, आप कह रहे हो यार compose button का है, आप इसी बात से irritate हो जाओगे. If suppose you like even if you go to Google Drive, instead of compose button you will find a upload file button there. Even if you open the same application on your phone also, so you will see that they are using the similar type of interface, and even the buttons are different, but the kind of a structure which they have used, that is very similar. So that is known as providing intended user experience, so that अगर हर बार उन्होंने कुछ नया क्रिएटिव करके नया पेज बना दिया, then what will happen? User need to work a lot on finding the things. Even in your Android, कोई भी Android phone ले लो, you will find that the interface is very similar. Even if you open the setting button, the things are placed at the same place. Okay, it's something like थोड़ा color में, theme में, like there you will find the difference. You will find the difference in processing, RAM and all. But the main thing, the main experience is like very similar. Even the Apple products. So that is very similar. So that is very important. That's why I'm talking about the provided the intended user experience. But the question is why web development? Because browser has become the new operating system. अब आपके कंप्यूटर में basically you know that एक time था when we used to store movies in our laptops. Okay, when we used to store songs, when we used to store files. But now everything is actually going online. Even your all documents is on Google Docs. Your song, if you want to play something, you will go to Spotify. If you want to play some video, movies, you know that like a lot of OTT platforms are there. So that means we don't need to store those kind of things. Okay, exceptionally, agar aap pe, like if suppose some movie is not available on Netflix and if you're searching it, then only in that case, मतलब बहुत exceptional cases है. And even if you want to do shopping, you're going to Amazon, but nothing need is required to store something on your system. Okay, because everyone is you want to put their records and data onto the cloud. Why? Because it is very easy to access. So that's why in the future browser will become the new operating system, because you just need to open your browser and you start opening it. Even when you're like when the session is happening, so it is on Zoom. So internally you're not doing anything. Even the recording which you will get, that will be on cloud. So that is the main part. The next thing is like gaming. Generally, you know that like we use our laptop, like many people have interest in games. We used to basically play games on our system. But right now there is another service which already came, that is Luna from Amazon. So you can select your game, you just need to pay the charges, and on that basis you will be playing game directly on the internet. But you will be needing very good internet. So that is the main requirement. Another thing which is coming from Meta, you know that like the metaverse. Okay, so why I'm talking about in metaverse? So when I was saying na Web 2.0, web moving from Web 2.0 to Web 3.0, it's something like you can see that like abhi right now what is happening. Whenever you suppose you want to buy a phone, you go to the Samsung website, you select a phone. Okay, at that point, what is happening on your screen? It is showing the phone. But on metaverse, what will happen is it will take you the platform like I think there is one website like Samsung Malaysia, they have implemented it. So if you just open that Samsung Malaysia website, so what will happen, they will directly ask you to select your avatar. Okay, you need to select that boy or girl or so whatever image, and after that you from your keyboard you can move that avatar in the store. Okay, you can just explore it, or just directly go to Google and you can go to Samsung Malaysia website, and there they have already implemented. Similarly, on India, it is also happening. So, but in this one, what is happening? We are roaming around in the store and we are seeing the computer, and then we can directly see the specification of it. So this is a direct experience. But what if you have a metaverse? You can say that these glasses. So at that point, it's something like if they can create a building, they can also create a complete city, and now you can roam around, you can select things, you can buy things, or truly you can say the newly created world. So that is also come under web development. So these are the features. That's why you are learning web development. Don't think कि मुझे React बनाना है, मुझे एक अच्छा employer बनना है. All these things are good, but these things why you need to keep in your mind, because already work has started on it, and you need to build your curiosity on that part. Key components of web development. अगर मैं की कंपोनेंट्स के बारे में बात करूं, व्हाट आर द की कंपोनेंट? HTML plus CSS, HTML plus CSS, JavaScript. When I talk about HTML give the structure. HTML, CSS add the design. CSS उनको colors देता है. But when I'm talking about JavaScript add the interactivity. If you want to if you want this crocodile, if you want to make this crocodile dance, then you can also make a dance using JavaScript. So it is actually kind of interactive. So we'll see things on detail, but this is the basic fundamentals which you need to understand. So here, I was talking about this, like some components of web development. So here we'll be focused on Java. So why we are focusing on Java? Because programming fundamentals are remain the same. And why specifically Java? Because Java is strict type language where you need to give the data type. Data type का मतलब आपको तब समझ में आएगा जब when the session will start. But the point here is कि here whenever you are declaring a variable, whenever you are creating variable or anything, you need to give all the information in the coding language. That is very important as a beginner. As a programmer, if you're directly jumping to these kind of language, JavaScript, Python and all, so in that case what will happen, you won't be able to understand the fundamentals. So that's why हम पढ़ाने के लिए C भी पढ़ा सकते थे, because C is also related to those fundamentals, so that you will understand the foundation of programming. So HTML, CSS versus JavaScript. So here I'm just talking about web development part. So इसलिए I'm just telling you about all these things. So first thing I want to tell you about, I just want to show you one example. So this is the code pen example, and you can see this, like here the HTML is written, here the CSS of that code, and here the JavaScript is written. Now you can see that like this is the code, and this is the output of these three things which I've written. Now, if I click on this button, what will happen? This line will get invisible. How? Because the JavaScript is written for that. Okay, this is on button and click function, and they are providing something. But now suppose if I do one thing, let's do one thing. I'll just remove the CSS from it. I'll just remove the CSS from it. Let's see what happened. Now you can see that the colors has gone. So this is what CSS is doing. And even if I remove this, but still, if I click on this button, the middle line will get invisible. Here we are not like here. We actually remove the CSS. That's why the color has gone. Similarly, if I just remove the JavaScript, the functionality will also not work. So that is the main point. Now the second thing I want to ask you all, who knows actually CSS, I want to ask, what do you think? CSS कैसी language है? बढ़िया है, like it's something like CSS का कोई future है? Like why we learn CSS? Maybe you will learn these things in future units, but here I'm just talking from the perspective of web development. What do you think? CSS, जिसको CSS आती है उसको डेवलपर बोला जाना चाहिए? Okay, designing, yes. Do you know the power of CSS? Okay, design. Guys, if suppose you are saying no, na, so that means you didn't know like the power of CSS. I'll show the example of it. So one second. So this is the website you can see, and here you can see that like it is actually made on some kind of colors. Some theme has used for this content. Now suppose if I go to if I select some another one, like suppose if I select this garments. Now let's see what happened. And here you can see that. So now what actually happened is the content is same, but different theme is actually applied on it, and the content is same. Okay, you can also note down all this thing, like there is a continuing need to power of CSS the Zen garden aims to. So even if I select this third and the next one, so but the different themes are actually applied. Now you can see that the content is same, the HTML is same, but we are applying different CSS on it. So this is the power of CSS. Okay, maybe you won't feel कि yeah, CSS developer कुछ होता है, but this is something like what CSS developer can do, like if they have that kind of grasp. So that's why mostly people have this kind of things in their mind कि यार maybe मेरे को तो बड़ी languages सीखनी है. So I'm just showing you the power of it. So guys, the one of the thing is data. ठीक है, data के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ. From everywhere you know that data is coming. Geographical, you आपके Google Maps, ठीक है, आप चुन्नू लाल की दुकान में गए, Google Maps recorded everything. If you are learning something scientific, if you are investing money on finance, meteorological data, natural data, from everywhere you know the data is coming. Okay, and that data is actually collected by the companies. Why? वो आपको पूरा जानना चाहते हैं. Even if I just tell you one thing कि even if you turn off your mobile data, even if you turn off in your Android phone, if you turn off your mobile data, even then also Google Maps able to track your location. Not track your location, it used to record your location. And what happened once, like suppose you went from one place to another place, from A to B, एक जगह से दूसरी जगह गए, तो Google Map क्या करता है, आपके सारे जो भी coordinates हैं उसको record करता रहता है. And once you open the mobile data, what it will do is it will upload all those coordinates to basically to the server, that these are the coordinates where this person has traveled. And sometimes you have also seen this, like suppose when you are discussing something with your friend कि यार आज मैंने ना बड़ा भालू देखा, ठीक है, या फिर आज मैंने basically I have seen that kind of ice cream, or suppose you are talking about Starbucks or anything. So then suddenly you will see on your phone that you're getting those kind of similar apps, ads. So how it is happening? Data is collection is continuously happening. So this is the same way here I'm telling you about the data is actually getting collected from all these areas. अब basically होता क्या है, when the data is coming, so whenever you are making any kind of web development or any kind of websites, so one very important thing is whenever the user is coming, user is actually providing his data. So that data is actually going to the web server is storing that data onto the database. आप आओगे, आपका नाम है मुन्नू लाल, आप अपना नाम लिखोगे, एज लिखोगे, you will write your age and everything, and and you're also making orders, okay, on Zomato or Swiggy. So what is happening, Zomato has your all tracks, like whatever you have ordered in last 5 years, and based on that the Zomato will recommend you food, like jo bhi whatever you have ordered in the past. Okay, because Zomato knows your taste. Even suppose your mom don't know about your taste, even your आपके भाई लोग नहीं पता, आपके भाइयों को नहीं पता होगा what is your taste, what are the things which you like, but Zomato knows that. Why? Because Zomato even knows that like during nights what are the things which you used to like a lot, मतलब in terms of food. and in the evening, in the night, like all this kind of, because we used to work in that repeated fashion, no? That's why. So continuous data is coming, and that data go to the web server store the data on the database. So we need three things. हमें चाहिए एक restaurant something like Zomato, and Zomato is something like your place where you are visiting it, and then when you are making the orders, so so in the back, so if I click on this page, so who is actually fulfilling my request? It's the backend who is fulfilling my request. And after fulfilling my request, and if I am making changes on this thing, like suppose if I am making an order, so I'm making the change on the system, so what is happening? So that data will store in the database. So this is how client server architecture work. Client asks to the server write something on the database. Even if you want to search some particular food, so you are making a request to the server is searching on the database. So this is how the client server architecture works. So you can see this thing, Zappos, this is the backend, this is the front end. Front end have multiple pages. If you are requesting any page, you just need to ask backend. Backend will provide you. So this is something like how web works. And user, like suppose user is some अगर user कुछ Google में search करता है, so what will happen? Google will respond back with the output. So who is responding? It's the Google server, and then result will displayed on your browser. So it is similar like जब आप restaurant में जाते हो, so what happened? You used to ask the waiter कि I want to order this thing. When you are opening the menu is something like Zomato. जो आप ये देख रहे हो is something like menu. You can go to the directly to the restaurant and you can see the menu. So menu is something like a interface. And then when you are
अंदर भी है
asking the wait,
टेबल अंदर चल
guys, please turn off your mic. Okay. So now when you are giving the request to server, so server is something like a waiter. Waiter will go to the database, something like kitchen. किचन से फूड लेके आएगा, आपके सामने रखेगा, खाओ, बट बिल पे करके जाना. But that is the main thing. And like this is the same architecture, client server. So if I'm talking about the person asking to the waiter, similarly happens like whenever you are client, whenever you are asking www.google.com, that request is going to the server, and then server is responding back with the code. What code? HTML code. And that HTML code your browser understand, and based on that it displays a page. So this is how this thing actually working. Now let's try one activity. Okay, एक activity try करके देखते हैं. Let's try one activity. So basically, now what I'll do is, just give me 1 minute. Okay, so what I've done is like you can see my screen, and now on my screen you can see that I have opened this Apple iPhone 15. Okay, now like you can see the price. Now if I just select on it, go to inspect element. Okay, and if I go to the price, so you can see that this is a complete HTML code of this page. Now in this page, suppose if I make it 1 rupee, and now you can see that like the same Amazon page is actually showing this at 1 rupees. Now, what happened? It's something like server provided me the HTML page, but that HTML page I have actually changed it. So just I want to like just go to Amazon, select any product, and do the same step. So what you need to do, you need to select the thing, then right click on it, click on inspect element, and when you will go to the inspect element, then just change the price, whatever wherever the like price is coming. So just change the price to that one. So you need to do that activity. So just try it from your side. Let me know once done. Go to Amazon, select any product, and So basically you need to change the So guys, you need to change the price. Let me know once done. Okay, done. These are the steps. Okay, nice. So guys, like you can see that like this price has changed. Now, can anyone answer me like why it happens? Like, कैसे like that page change? Even you like I have also already answered it. Like the server has given me the HTML page, and I've changed the HTML page. Now my question is, whatever value I have changed. So basically, if I ask you what would happen on refreshing the page, what do you think? Can anyone answer me? What will happen अगर मैं पेज को रिफ्रेश कर दूं? Okay, it will show the actual price. Why?
Because the code is refreshed by the website.
Okay, so see what is happening. Uh, So basically what is happening here is because I got the page from the server. If I refresh the page, in that case, what will happen? It will again ask the server, like, I want this page. Nothing has changed on the server. Server is giving me back the page. देखो, it's something like waiter has given you the order. ठीक है, आपने मंगाया पनीर बटर मसाला. Okay, and suppose in paneer butter masala you added dahi. And now इसका मतलब ये तो नहीं ना, if you added the dahi on your paneer butter masala, the recipe of the restaurant will get changed. Again, if you ask the waiter, then waiter will again go to the kitchen and again take the same paneer butter masala to you. So the point here is even recipe has given to you. मतलब आपको आपका पेज मिल गया है जो आपने पूछा. Even if you are making again that, if you are refreshing it, that means you are again asking the server. Server will provide you the fresh page, and that's why. And in that fresh page, you will get the same amount. So that is the main thing. So the page is being sent by Amazon server, and we are so whatever things we are changing, that is just a copy of it. And on refreshing the same URL, it will resend our request and get a new response. So basically, Amazon server returns the product page. Now, guys, I want to share few instructions like before moving ahead. First of all, about managers, जो मैंने कल ही आपको बताया था. Who are actually managers? We are not calling it as like instructor and all, because we are actually instructor. But why we are like creating the new environment? Why? So that आपके दिमाग में ना कुछ चीजें सेट हो जाएं. That explain you in the further slides. What do you mean by manager? Manager is something like to whom you are reporting to. And now what you need to do, since you are in the session, in the sprint one, so in this block, you will be with us. There will be 5 sprints and we'll be explaining everything. We will give you assignments. So every block, what happened in every sprint, what happened, we will be giving you assignment every day and there will be some deadline on it and you need to complete it. So the very important thing is, पहले तो student mindset नहीं, no student mindset कि मैं बैग झोला लेके मैंने Zoom में बैठ गया, now आज मुझे homework मिलेगा and I'll be doing my homework, so that kind of a thing. So ये thought process पहले हटा देना. The second thing is developer mindset is something like I'm getting a task and I'm expected to complete the task on the time. Now the second thing is like if suppose you are unable to complete your task like during the timeline. Okay, so if any assignment has some deadline, anything, if you're unable to complete it, then what you can do is you can mail your manager. Okay, and then you can say that like due to so reason I unable to complete it. Even if you're going for leave or something, like something is happening, just always make sure you need to keep in loop your manager. That is the main thing, keeping in loop. And अगर आपके manager को सारी चीजें पता है, so at the time, at the end, like when you will going from unit 1 to unit 2, so at that time the decision used to happen like based on your scores, how you have performed. So at that time your manager will come forward like this person has always kept me in loop about the thing, so I'm aware that like when he was unavailable during that time, so I have the answer. So it's something like it will be your manager who will be available during that time with the team when you will be moving from this unit to another unit. Okay, at any point when they found out that in the data, like you are not present at like your evaluations and suppose your assignment scores are not available, that means like they want some reason. So at that time, your manager will come forward. So that's why like they should be in loop. So decorum, conduct, maintain professional conduct, video on, respond when asked, avoid irrelevant or rude interaction. So these are the main common thing which you need to keep in your mind. So now guys, let's continue the topic, backend versus front end. ठीक है, अब इसमें difference बताओ. What is the difference? What you can see? What do you understand from this thing? Client side scripting, front end showcase date client, backend is what we make, front end what we see. Backend is what the user don't, front end is well arranged. So guys, ठीक है, front end looks all sorted, no errors. Front end, well, backend is working but not presentable. Nice. So few answers are very good. So just say front end is nice, presentable, while back end is working but not presentable. So here you need to understand from one thing. So this is the same strip. Okay. So we are actually showing the front end of same strip and the back end of that same strip. So what is happening here? Even the front end is very important for front end that it should look great. Okay, what are your color choices? What are your UI choices, UX choices, and everything is very important from the perspective of front end. But when we talk about back end, so in back end, it doesn't matter that how it is looking. कोई देख नहीं रहा है ऐसे. It's something like it should be in a well organized manner. That is a different thing. But beautification में color करना, it's not like very the focus part. The main very important thing is back end should be strong. For example, this. I think you can relate it better from this example. So this example, now you can see that there is a car. Okay, car should be like looking very gorgeous because people will be buying by looking at it. The second thing is like when they will drive, second feel is very important. Now, if you see the backend part, the backend part is something you can see that like how everything engine and all is like put in place. So front end represent beauty and interactivity. Back end represent all the elements of the car you can't see, but it is very important, like powerful engine, cargo, fiber channels. Now, this thing, just see it when front end is ready before back end. So guys, this will happen like if your front end is ready, but your back end is not. So this is something like you can say that एक set आप बोल सकते हो, but I want to ask you like आपको इससे क्या समझ में आ रहा है? What you understand from this? follow. Okay. It's something like कि आपको अपना घर बनाना है and आपने you ask the builder that build our house and what they and you already told your builders that every month I'll come and I'll just see what work you have done. And now after 1 month you came and you say this and you don't have much time to go inside. And then you will feel that you are brilliant. You have created this thing in just 1 month. So this is something like what people used to do, okay, whenever they want to show their project. Reality तो project चला के ही पता चलती है, okay. So that is the main thing. It's not only the front end, it's the back end, and those two things are working together. The internet was it like basically इसमें इंटरनेट के बारे में वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग वीडियो, ओके, इफ यू जस्ट सी इट सो एक आपको एक बगर पर्सपेक्टिव मिलेगा. So we'll add this link into your LMS with this recording and we'll recommend you just watch it. Like it's a very, let's look at some Masai student projects. So these projects are very very old, ठीक है, but हम ना बाबा आदम के जमाने से इस चीज को दिखा रहे हैं. We have a lot of, but we didn't like get enough time to like get fetch the new project from it. But don't worry, today I'll show you the new projects also of student who made it. So one of the like these from the earlier batches who created this like a Facebook clone, and like you can say that very like the front end is very beautiful. We cannot test it back end abhi kyunki हमारे पे link नहीं है. But now you can see that like some Instagram clone is created by that student, some Mantra clone. So these are the top project which got selected. Now there is also one of the course in Masai which used to run, that was Gen AI. So like you might be doing that course like after 6 months or 7 months, it depends. And so what will happen is in Gen AI, what we used to teach student is how to use ChatGPT. If you want, suppose if you are a Java developer or JavaScript developer, Python developer, if you're a data analyst, like anyone, and if you suppose in the market new language come Golang, now you need to learn it quickly, how to use ChatGPT to learn that thing. So there is a proper skills on that part. Okay, how to make projects. So we have our batch, and like 2-3 batches we have already done with it. And what happened? We taught them Python from the scratch. We taught them Flask and Python in 3 days, Flask in 3 days, backend in 3 days. Like all these things they have learned in 3 days. Like, but there is one very important thing. इसमें एक case है which you need to remember. Those students have already completed the Masai thing, like the 5-6 months. So they have the understanding of backend, front end, and they have worked on React or backend thing. So they have the fundamentals. For those, they can adapt to any other technology very quickly. But if you don't have any idea of these things, then in that case, using ChatGPT to learn those things will be very challenging, because fundamental things are required. Because you just need to relate it now. Like the programming languages are same, fundamental concepts are same, only syntax used to change. So so using ChatGPT and Bar, like how to learn new things. So it was just a 1 month long course, and it's like before going to placement, few students have actually, like a lot of students have gone through this. So I just want to show you few projects of it. So कुछ interesting projects they have created. I just need to check whether those projects are alive or not. Okay, so if I share my screen, okay, so these are just the basic projects. Okay. So basically, these were just the day 1, day 2 projects which they have done. Okay, in the in the beginning course. End projects, अभी मेरे को link मिले नहीं, because like I need to search for those links. But these are the like beginner, like the first week project which they have created. In the day 1, they actually learned how to integrate GPT with their application. So it's something like Shairi, joke, and suppose if I'm saying food, so what it will do is it will actually generate the basically a shairi on food based on whatever thing you are writing it. Okay, guys, whenever we are connecting, whenever we used to connect with Chat GPT, we need API keys and all. Okay, so that's why I'm saying like I need to check whether this thing is working or not. So I'm testing it right now. I didn't try it before, Abhi. So these are just the temporary keys. क्योंकि जब whenever you used to connect with ChatGPT ना, so ChatGPT asks for the keys, and then you can request the server, and based on that, server will respond you. One second. I think there is a issue in the key. ठीक है, उसके keys में issues हैं. That's why it is not able to directly access the server. So I'll just show you the third one. It's something like a code converter. Okay, that is a very interesting project which they have made in the end of the first week. So suppose if I'm writing some Python, and suppose if I'm writing some Python code, a equal to 2, b equal to 3, and now I'm saying print a plus b. Okay, so this is the code I have written in Python. Now suppose if I want to convert this code in Java. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll just type it. So what will happen? It will just directly go and try to convert this code in the Java. And now even we have also two more features, debug and quality check. So if you just click on debug, so what debug will do, debug will try to find out that what are the errors in this code. Okay, so if I just debug it, so it will take some time and will tell me that there is no error in the code snippet you provide. Simply like assign the values 2 and 3 to variables a and b. So basically what it is doing, it will like tell you the, like it will debug the code. Now suppose here if I'm writing please a plus, and if I'm doing the quality check, like check the quality of the code and give me the right one, so it is saying that it's syntactically incorrect. Why? Because I have written a plus, because I removed the b from it. No? So any code, any detail code, अगर आप इसमें बहुत बड़ा भी code लिखोगे, it will check. And so this is something like a code converter, and you can also push this code on GitHub. So suppose you are doing some work and you want to directly, so for that you need to do the login part. So here from this, I need to directly log into the GitHub. And these are the features which this code converter will do. So people have actually built it. So this is another code converter. So different people have selected the different interface. So similar kind of project we have done with those, and that's why I'm showing you. So that is a thing related to Gen AI. Now I just want to talk about something about data analytics. Okay, so data analytics is all about analysis on data. Okay, whenever we are predicting something, like suppose e-commerce prediction. Suppose a person is actually used Amazon a lot. Now Amazon will be having this kind of information: which category product a particular person buy most. Use data to generate offers. So based on his history, so what we'll do is we'll try to generate the offers based on it. Like Google, FB, Instagram, Twitter, how they used to generate the ad based on that. In the country, you know that like data analytics is a very important part from the point of view of making decision. Like suppose during the time of COVID, okay, it was very important that, because you know that like country have very limited cylinders, oxygen cylinder at that time, and there were different states who were asking for cylinders. So now how the country will make this decision that how like which how many cylinder we need to send to like which state. It's not like a blind decision कि 10 यहाँ भेज दो, 5 यहाँ भेज दो, 50 यहाँ वहाँ भेज दो. Like this decision will need to make to whenever like the decision which they will make on this part, it should be on based on data. So that's why this responsibility will be on data analytics team. Now suppose the first thing is downloading data, preparing the data, then doing the analysis. These are the general steps: analyzing on data, then doing the visualization through graphs. So these are the general source: downloading data, preparing data, doing analysis, and visualization. Few case studies I want to share with you all, like so that you will also get an aware about this field. Whenever company need to make a decision, like suppose and Netflix has to make this decision, should Netflix increase their subscription price? Now this is very important. It's not like कि आज दिमाग में आया कि प्राइस बढ़ा देते हैं, बढ़ा दिया. It's not like they always, whenever they need to make a very important decision, like whenever a company need to make a very important decision in company, well, the company need to make a very important decision. In that case, they will just analyze few things, few pointers. So suppose they will lose their customer because other OTT platform exist in lesser price. You know that Hotstar, Sony Live, many other platform already available, and if they made that decision directly, bluntly, you can say that, like, so they will be having a like a large loss. Even if they're planning to increase, but how much, कितना बढ़ाना है, ये भी तो decide करना है. It's not like कि okay, let's increase it. So they just need to see कि how much loss, कितना आ रहा है, कितना नहीं है. Or even if they made this decision, what will happen, which country they will be going to implement, because those country where Netflix already has less subscribers, then it is meaningful to increase the price. Just countries may already Netflix के subscriber are less, so it is not meaningful ना, so there they need to increase the price. Another case study is, should Ola launch a bus service in Bangalore? क्या ओला को बस सर्विस लॉन्च करनी चाहिए? अब यहाँ पे भी basically lot of pointer will come, lot of data is required. Suppose which area they should start, how many buses they will be needed, what will be the expected charge, bus prices will be lesser than cars, and it will affect their cab business. Because if they started bus, so if, like, most of the people will start using bus only, and the cab business will go down. And if Ola has made the wrong decision, and then basically इससे क्या होगा, it will lead to more profit, but their cab audience will migrate toward bus. So it's something like it can make lead to a great loss to Ola. So the another one is IPL analytics. IPL analytics, it's something like another field where what happened, based on the past data, based on the past IPL data, they used to figure out what are the they used to figure out all these answers. What is the most successful IPL team? Which season has most number of matches? What are the cities where IPL matches has been played? Which team has won by maximum runs? So these are the basically some kind of data prediction which they are doing. So you can see that, like, if I just show you one of the poll, one of the some of the work, so you can see that, like, in the IPL data analytics, so a lot of data used to come, and you can see that, like, this is the sample data, okay, and in this column, it's not a sample data, it's just the column names, and this is the data, okay, count, season, win by runs, and everything. And based on that, some filtering need to apply. So this is the data, and based on that, we need to write some code to do the filtering, and then we can answer, based on that data, we can answer a lot of things. Who is the most successful IPL team, which season has most number of matches? So you can see that, like, this was the past data, so ये मतलब बहुत पुराना data है, but based on that, what happened, they are actually making the prediction. So this is all about, like, how data analytics is all about. Okay, so I think you got an idea basically why data analytics is very important on that part of it. So here the complete aptitude problem solving is required, because when you are writing the code, so you need to do the filtration process, you need to think of algorithms and all, because you need to select the ML algorithms, like, which works for you best. So that is the main thing. Let's skip it. Okay. Now, posture and typing, I want to talk about few pointers about it. But before that, I want to ask, like, how it's going. Are you getting it, what I'm saying? You can post on the chat. Okay, nice. Let's have a 2-minute break, then we'll continue the session from this point. Okay, the session is very less, like a 10-15 minutes guy, then like we'll continue with that part. Thank you. So guys, don't worry, like, even if you understood it partially, the main thing is, यहाँ पे मैं curiosity बढ़ाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. Okay, and don't worry about it, just to give you an intro of it. And when the actual things will start, then from there you will understand things, कि like how, like, all these things actually, मतलब when the Java programming will actually start, then आपकी learning basically वहाँ से शुरू होगी. It's something like I'm just giving you the whole picture and big idea of it, and it's something like होता है ना vibe set करना. So that's why, so that you will be clear of things जो Web development wale hain, they will clear off like what are the things, what are the main components. And those who are from data analytics, those also will get clear of all this part. Now I'm sharing my screen. So what I'll do here is, now you can see is like posture and touch typing, what it means. So basically, whenever you know that like marathon lambi hai, okay, lamba jana hai, and the setup where you are actually sitting, that is very important. And otherwise it can create a lot of problems, because एक बार habit ban gayi na, it's something like, suppose you're lying on a bed and you are studying at that point place. So what is the right setup and right posture? So you can see this thing, like when you are sitting with your laptop, so you will be needing a chair and a table. And if you're suppose sitting on a bed, so that will definitely matlab, abhi to it will not create that much issue, but you know that like this will be a continuous thing, and if you're continuously doing that part, so it can create those like backache and all these kind of issues. So you need to understand one thing, when you are sitting with your system, आपका हेड के पोजीशन में आपका जो स्क्रीन का टॉप है, दैट शुड बी इन 180 degrees. So you can see this like that way, and you can use some kind of stand, but don't, like even if you're using table chair, so don't follow, like don't bend too much. Okay, so that is the main thing. So this is just my setup, okay, but this setup is like 1.5 years back, and right now I'm not that place. But the point here is ki, like this is just generally my setup. And now let's have a selfie time. Okay, so we used to do it with our batch to understand that where they are sitting, where they are actually from, where they are actually taking the sessions. So here I'm in the general channel, I'm putting the thread selfie time. And now what you need to do, you need to, in that thread, you need to basically like post your setup where you are actually setting. Okay, so in the general channel, so I posted it. So in this reply, what you need to do, you need to post, just take your phone out, click a selfie where you're sitting with your system, and just post in this thread. So quickly you need to do it right now. Okay, so I'm waiting, and I'll also click my own picture and I'll also share it here. ठीक है, quickly. Even you can also, अभी के लिए आप, you can turn off your video, you can use your phone and just, and if I'm asking for selfie time, so that doesn't mean कि अपनी फोटो खींचनी है, अपने साथ अपने setup की. It's something like where you are actually sitting. So we can see that clearly. Okay, that is the setup from where you are taking the session. Guys, quickly, in the reply of that thread, okay, you need to reply on the like you need to reply on that thread, #selfie time. यार आप लोग कितने फास्ट हो, इतनी सारी फोटोज आ गई इतने टाइम में, तो मैं खींच भी नहीं पाया। ठीक है, नाइस। लेट्स सी क्या पोस्ट आए हैं। कंटिन्यूस आने पे लगे। आई एम शेयरिंग माय स्क्रीन। ठीक है, सो नाउ we were actually like posted this. The one very important thing is like your setting arrangement is also very important. ठीक है, कहाँ पे आप बैठे हो, so we can see that okay is it aligned. This one like it's fine, it's good, but यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा आपको ना like what you can do, you can place some box so that laptop थोड़ा सा ऊपर आ जाए. Okay, alignment is very important. यहाँ पे सिर्फ टेबल की फोटो आई है, सो इट जस्ट दैट वी वांट टू सी द कंप्लीट थिंग. यहाँ पे भी देखो डिस्टेंस नहीं है, सो वी नीड यू नीड टू बेंड डाउन. तो उस केस में भी लाइक इट कैन क्रिएट लाइक लेटर इश्यूज. यहाँ पे दिस इज लाइक मतलब ये काफी सही है. इट्स समथिंग लाइक इट्स ऑन द सेम एंगल, बट अगर थोड़ा सा ऊपर हो, बट स्टिल दिस इज फाइन. एंड बट ये देखना पड़ेगा लाइक इट्स समथिंग लाइक इवन दिस इज अ कंप्लीट सेटअप बिकॉज द पिक्चर इज नॉट वेरी क्लियर. मतलब नॉट क्लियर समथिंग लाइक बैकग्राउंड में हम देख सकते हैं लाइक एग्जैक्टली इट्स अ टेबल चेयर सेटिंग और वेयर. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो यहाँ पे भी थोड़ा सा उसको ऊपर करना पड़ेगा. एंड नाउ दिस इज अ लाइक इन दिस पिक्चर ऑल्सो यू कैन सी कि अभी डिस्टेंस है काफी, लैपटॉप नीचे है, तो आपको बेंड डाउन करना पड़ेगा. सो या ये तो पूरा का पूरा एक तगड़ा अच्छा सा सेटअप है. दैट इज दिस गुड. So guys, this is nice. Like I've seen like your setup and just moving through it, and I think you have already understood like what I mean by setup, okay, and why it's important. This is my setup. अभी ये भी थोड़ा सा नीचे है, but generally it's something like अभी in the morning I am taking session from my room, but after that I'll go to the office. So that's why अभी यहाँ पे setup नहीं है, but वहाँ पे setup है, मतलब like no. So this is a general thing. Yeah, nice. ये सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट होता है, like whenever the session is happening. So this is the most important, interesting part where people used to share their setup and all. ठीक है, आप सेल्फी पोस्ट बाद में भी कब कर सकते हो, दैट इज फाइन. नाउ आई एम शेयरिंग माय स्क्रीन. So that's why this thing is very important. Now I'm going to talk about touch typing. What do you mean by touch typing? So touch typing basically means आपको ना touch से ही पता चल जाए कि like when you have put your fingers like on the keyboard, you don't need to see your keyboard. Like if you're writing something, you just need to see the screen, and just by touch you understand that like where my fingers right now are lying on. And so this is a very important skill which is required. Why? Because during this journey you will be writing code, and you need to understand one thing: your evaluation will be happening on every Monday, and now you will be having very limited time at that point. Like even the evaluation will start from next to next week, but the point here is when the evaluation will start, there you will be having a limited time, 1.5 hour, 2 hours, like of solving those problems. Then one thing which matters a lot is like speed, the speed in which you are writing the code. And suppose your speed is so slow that you are just seeing every single character in typing here, so एक code लिखने में भी आपको काफी time लग जाएगा. So that's why this skill is very important. And for that, we have something very interesting that is known as reta type. And in what you need to do is, I'll be sharing the link with you all, and you just need to join this group. You just need to join this group. So I have shared the link. Server down basically means like whenever you are asking google.com, so google.com का जो computer है, it's something like the computer which is actually responding to us, that is not working. And so that's why, or you can say that full of request. Many request has come to that computer, and now that computer is unable to respond to us, and so that's why when I'm asking google.com, so I'm not getting the reply. Just open it. Now you can see that like a lot of people have joined, okay, this group. Now here when you start typing, so you just need to give the typing test that you can give later. And now here you can see your speed, and you can also compare with your like batchmates where you are like. You just need to go to the typing test, and you can start your typing test. Take a typing test, and then your typing will start. It's something like this way. So it will calculate that how many words, how many things you are to write in 1 minute. So with practice, you just need to do it like once in a day, 1 minute आप practice कर लो. So that will help a lot. So that's why I was showing this data type, and where you can see your comparison. Now there is one thing like review and feedback. Weber, like where like they can fill the review and feedback.
They can find it in lecture details only.
Okay. Right now, like, is it possible
Yeah.
they can
Yeah.
go to the lecture?
Yeah, they can find.
Okay. Guys, go to your lecture on your LMS. I think there you will find the like the review and feedback part. You just need to fill it right now. Okay, I'm sitting here, and that will help us to understand like any concern, anything. There will also a little bit of quiz or something will be there. वैभव एक बार आप एक बार दिखा सकते हो क्या शो करके?
Yeah, just on it. Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the UI for me, means you will be having different UI on student side. So you will get this quiz First, you will get one feedback that you have to fill. Okay, so you have to click on this feedback and you will get this type of questions and you have to answer it. And once you submit, you will be having this quiz that you have to answer it. So you will get different UI. So you just have to answer it.
Thank you.
That's it. Yeah.
Guys, just do it
Yeah.
right now. So
Also, let me know if you are facing any issues.
फीडबैक अब अभी जस्ट फिल इट राइट नाउ. ओके, क्विज में अगर टाइम लग रहा है तो दैट्स फाइन, यू कैन ऑल्सो कंप्लीट इट लाइक आफ्टर दिस सेशन. सो बट फीडबैक जस्ट फिल इट अभी, आप जस्ट फिल इट राइट नाउ. So guys, every day there will be two things which will be happening. There will be one quiz, okay, after the session, and the another one is feedback. So basically this is something we used to call it is learning check form. Like few students are there who unable to find the feedback. Anyone who knows it, like where it is? Okay, Alisha, can you please share your screen? Just show once, like where it is.
Yeah, sir, sure.
Yeah.
Is it visible, sir?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah. So from the masaischool.com, go to the lecture tab or whatever the quiz tab. You will find here. This thing,
Okay.
introduction to the program, and the feedback form is available here, and the quiz question is available here.
Okay.
Lecture is
Okay.
not uploaded yet. After the session, I think it will be uploaded.
Yeah. ठीक है.
Yeah.
Got it. Guys, I hope like you now you understood it, where you will find.
Can I stop my sharing, sir?
Yeah, you can stop.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. ठीक है, guys, I think you understood it. Is it showing lock, like the feedback thing? The feedback questions are unlocked. मतलब वो I think अभी वीडियो आपको नहीं मिलेगी. वीडियो like in some time you will get it there, because once this session will end, so automatically it will get uploaded there. Just go to intro to programming. I think this is the session name, and there on top right you will find it. Yes, Vishnu.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon.
Yes, Vishnu.
Yes, sir, I have not any feedback, and I have not any cues link like Alisa has shown me. I'm share my screen.
Okay, yeah, please share.
Okay, now it's visible. Sir, I have not any
No, go to
feedback.
quiz. Go to quiz.
Okay.
Go to quiz. Now, like in the quiz, just click on quiz again.
already started. And then I'm clicking this.
Okay, you need to go to dashboard.
Please.
एक बार dashboard पे देखना.
Okay. So it's one completed.
Introduction to problem solving.
Sorry.
Second
Introduction
lecture.
to problem. जो आपका 11:30 AM वाला सेशन है ना,
ये वाला. This
ये
one.
वाला क्लिक करो और टॉप राइट पे आपको दिख जाएगा.
Okay. Thank you.
ठीक है. ओके.
ये पर हमें देखना नहीं. How do you see it? Yes.
Yes, Anamika, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, hello.
Please share your screen.
So, I'm in class.
ये वाला प्लेटफॉर्म कैसे खुल गया? वैभव, आई थिंक इसके लिए दूसरा प्लेटफॉर्म खोलना होगा ना?
Yeah. You have to open new LMS. So
Uh,
please open the tab which is present first.
I think that is experience dot.
Yeah. I think you have opened
yeah,
right before the old LMS.
this one,
No. Fourth tab.
fourth.
Fourth.
Uh,
No, not this. Okay. This right after typing test online. Yeah, click on this. Yeah, you have to log in here. Then you will get lecture details.
So in
Yeah,
this,
click on
Hmm.
click on introduction to problem solving. No,
No,
just
no,
go to the lectures.
okay.
And click on introduction to programming Java. No, sorry, second lecture. Yeah, so you can find it here. Okay. So you just need to click on attempt quiz first. This is the quiz. You can fill feedback first. Okay, then you have to fill quiz.
इसमें
just go to the dashboard.
इस पे डिस्प्ले नहीं हो रहा था क्विज.
हाँ, अटेम्प्ट क्विज पे करने पे हो जाएगा.
ओके.
Attempt.
हाँ, ये सेकंड वाली खोलना, सेकंड वाली क्विज. या सो ये अगर आप यहाँ पे अटेम्प्ट क्विज पे क्लिक करोगे, हाँ, तो आपको क्विज आएगी.
ओके,
ठीक है.
Thank you.
ठीक है, आप स्टॉप कर सकते हो शेयरिंग.
Yes, one second.
ठीक है. So guys, finally the last thing. Thank you. So I hope you understood a lot of things like in today's session, and now you have the clarity कि अभी in which path we are moving ahead, and that's why this first session is all about. And in the next session, Faisal will talk about something about Java, and he will show you some basic code things, and from there you can say that your programming thing will start. So that's all for today, and yeah, and just make sure कि आप वो feedback and quiz just complete it, and yeah, we'll meet you in tomorrow's session, and that's all. ठीक है, thank you everyone, bye bye.